George Ethan Cox. I am your RYT 200-hour certified yoga instructor. We have an awesome class for you today. It's going to be nice and low to the ground. And it's called Half Glass Full, which it's going to be centered around the middle of our body, our core. And it's going to be a lot of gate poses, a lot of crunches. It's going to be a lot of movement. However, it is going to be nice and low so we can focus on grounding and utilizing our breath while strengthening our core. With that being said, this is all thanks to Wilkes Recovery Revolution and Hive Fitness Studios for bringing this all together today in partnership with me, Yoga with George Ethan. So make sure you check out all those Facebook pages to learn more about what we represent. And also, a brief announcement, there are two big events going on in Wilkes County this weekend. The Apple Festival is going on right now, so check out all the awesome vendors and represent local or support local with the local representatives. And also, there is the Wilkes Agricultural Fair going on this weekend as well in the evenings throughout this weekend. So be sure to check those out. With that being said, let's go ahead and get nice and comfy where we are in a seated position of your choice. And make sure you have a yoga mat, maybe a block, that's optional. But this class is designed for accessibility for most people. And I will guide you so you can safely go along your way and present options so everyone has an opportunity to do what works best for them. And just make sure you're comfortable with what you're moving in as well and have plenty of space. With that being said, let's just take a second to get settled in. Take your time finding a seat that works best for you so you can sit nice and tall. Let's take a breath here all together now. Just inhale through the nose together. And exhale out. Let's do another deep breath in. Exhale it out. Now take your left hand, place it onto your heart center. Take your right hand and rest it underneath the belly button, right below the navel here. Take a breath in through the nose and fill these hands up with a deep breath. All together now, inhale. Find expansion. And exhale, contract. Feel the hands fall. Do a couple more of these at your pace, finding expansion with each inhale, contraction with each exhale. Letting go of the day so far. Setting aside the to-do list, any anxieties that are in your mind lingering, let it go. Feel the ground beneath you support you. Let go of doubt. Release self-limiting beliefs. Just focus on the breath. Let that carry you in your practice from moment to moment. When your mind begins to linger, use your breath. A couple more. Deep breath in. Long breath out through the nose. Relax your shoulders. Keep your heart lifted. Last one. Inhale. Think nice and tall. And exhale through the nose. All right, bat the eyes open if they are not open already. And we are going to start with some neck rolls. Inhale, think nice and tall through the neck. Exhale, chin to chest, and roll your head to the left with your next inhale. Left ear reaches to left shoulder. Left elbow reaches toward the ground. Find a nice stretch in the right side of your neck. Inhale here. Exhale, roll forward, chin to chest. Inhale to the opposite side. Nice stretch on the left this time. Keep your heart nice and lifted. If you need a guide, use your thumb, then place on your sternum. Exhale, chin to chest, left side. Inhale. The only thing here should be moving is your neck and up. Keep everything else stationary. Just breathe deep. Use your breath to move from one side to another. And that is key. Focus when we transition. I will cue you for breathing and utilize that breath. And sometimes when we hold certain poses, we feel like it's a bit more intense and that's harder to breathe. And that's where you the most need to breathe deeply. And just notice those moments and see if you can't find ease using your breath. One or two more each side. All right, last exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, roll it up. Awesome. Okay, inhale, we're going to reach our arms up into the sky. Exhale, drop the left hand down, up and over and to the left. Keep the glutes nice and glued down to the mat. Nice big long stretch here. Pull the elbows, pull the right thumb back. Inhale, up and over to the right this time. You should feel it on the entirety of your left side of your torso. Pull the thumbs back. Heart's lifted, it remains lifted. And exhale, rain it down. All right, so we're doing a bit of a seated variation of cat and cow, and it's not just going to be heart forward, heart back. It's going to kind of scoop our hearts forward and round it back with our navel. So to start, nice and tall, inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in, arc the back, hold onto your knees for support here. And then as you inhale, scoop your heart forward to the left and round forward. Exhale, draw that navel in, arc your back, use your knees for support. We're going clockwise to start. Inhale to round forward. Exhale to round back. You kind of dome your back here as you exhale. You present your heart forward as you inhale. Couple more on this direction, then we'll switch. And then the fun will begin after this. We're getting nice and loose in our torso here. We're going to be strengthening this area today. So it's good to get a good stretch beforehand. Go ahead and switch rotation if you haven't already. Go the opposite direction as you were before. Use your breath, remember, as you position yourself. Inhale forward, exhale round and back. We're stirring up the pot here, or cauldron if you're into that. 'Tis the season. And if you feel something that feels good and you want to linger around there, that's totally fine. Just find what you enjoy in your body today. Awesome. All right. Last thing before we go into our all four position, our tabletop. Each inhale, we raise our hands back up to the sky. Gentle twist to the left, right palm to the left knee, left palm behind you. Gaze past your left shoulder. All right. Inhale, find length. Exhale, draw the navel in, twist a little deeper. Inhale, raise your hands up, back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Find your heart lift. Find length in the spine here. Exhale, draw the navel in, twist a little deeper. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, deepen your twist. Now walk your hands back to center. Nice and slow and easy, we are going to transition to all fours. Take your time getting here. This is not a race. Make sure that you're positioning your palms directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. You can do a cat-cow here if you wish. We're going to be doing this kind of motion a lot today, so get comfortable with it. All right. So to kind of warm up our legs and our abdomen, we're going to start by elongating our right leg out, kind of a bicycle lunge here, and kind of move back and forth to start. Engage those abs. And then we're going to do some toe touches. What you're going to do, you're going to inhale, elongate your legs so it's parallel to the floor. Claw into those fingertips for support here so your wrists don't feel overwhelmed. And make sure you have equal pressure on both wrists. Now, you're going to drop your toes to the left of your left foot. Lift as you inhale. Exhale, toes to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop to the left. Inhale, lift, drop to the right. We're going to do this 8 more times. So use your breath, use at your own pace. You can go a little faster if you want to. 3, 4. You're activating the glutes. You're keeping the abs engaged. 6, 7. Last one. And 8. We're going to inhale, lift that foot way up high. Exhale, draw that knee in towards the chest. Think cat pose. Arch your back. And then elongate that foot all the way back again. Awesome. So from here, listen closely. We're going to pivot the back or the knee that is on the ground, pivot that foot a quarter turn clockwise. And then here's the fun part. We're going to, like a bow and arrow, draw our hands up the body and lift for side angle. Heart nice and open. Breathe in and out. In once more and out again. Now, from where your hand is up high, try to make one long line from your toes all the way to your right hand. So hand goes beyond your head here. Pulling the thumbs back. Kind of open the heart up towards the sky to a mini wild thing. Exhale, bring your both hands back down. Don't move your feet yet. We're going to, like a bow and arrow, lift that right hand back up towards the sky. Extended side angle. Now here's where your core is important here. Draw the navel in, and then like an angel is pulling your right hand, lift your torso all the way up so you're into a half warrior 2 variation. Yes, this is a little silly. This is why your core needs to stay engaged. Keep your hips shining forward like 2 headlights. Awesome. We're going to inhale, lift the hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands back wide, warrior 2. And then tilt to where your left palm meets the floor again. All right. Unpivot that left knee so it's parallel. Lift that right hand beyond your head again, and then lift your right foot up. Now, if this is a bit much for you, you can keep your foot on the ground. But if you're wanting a little challenge, lift that back foot, keep your abs engaged, and then have your knee crunch to meet your navel and elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Yes, you will feel a little wobbly here. That means your body's working. We're only doing 3 times. And last crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And then everything back to all 4s. Awesome work. So from here, guys, we're going to move into downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the left heel, lift the right foot up high. Exhale, chin to chest here. Inhale, lift the right foot up high once more. Heart melts towards the knee. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, look forward, and plant that foot in between the palms. Drop that back knee. Again, we're keeping nice and low. Keep your back knee to the ground for now. Just focus on opening your heart space here, looking forward. Breathe deep here. Catch a breath. Awesome. So we're going to start in half warrior one, or maybe this is considered more of a crescent lunge. But if you didn't want to swoop forward, up and back, you can place your hand on your right knee to lift your torso up, tuck your tailbone in and under, and lift your palms parallel face up. Straight up. Find a little pulse here, maybe. Find what's right for you. Look up and exhale, bend the elbows and open the space in your chest here. And then bring your palms back down. Awesome. Now this time we're going to go for the swooping motion. Inhale, swoop the palms forward, up and back. And then open wide to your left for a half warrior two. Maybe your back toes are curled under. Maybe the top of your back foot is flat on the mat. Whatever works for you. Keep your head over your heart over your pelvis. From here, you reach forward, flip the front palm, drop the back, think up and over. Half peaceful warrior. We're getting a little funky. We're not usually used to this. Now back to warrior two. And then tilt forward so your right fingertips are to the left of your right foot. Heart opens for a bit of extended side angle here. All right, plant that left palm, switch and do a twist here. Inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale, frame the right foot. We got one more set for our lunge here. We're going to inhale, lift our hands up high. Exhale, drop your left hand forward. Crisscross the arms. We're doing eagle arms. You can make a V with your arms. You can touch the back of your hands or do a double. Inhale, lift the elbows up towards the sky. Think nice and long through the trunk of your torso. Exhale, draw the navel in. Draw the navel in, elbows down. Inhale, nice and long, lift up. Exhale, draw the navel in, elbows down. Last one, inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, down. Beautiful. Unravel. Inhale, lift the arms up wide. Exhale, to counter this, elbows bend, open the heart space. And drop forward. Beautiful. All right. Lift the back knee up now and bring your front foot back to meet the back. Before we enter vinyasa, we're going to bring our left palm to center and bring ourselves to a side plank. You can have your hand on your hip or all the way up here. Now you can stay here, or if you're feeling adventurous, bring your back foot behind the left, right foot behind the left, and open wide for a wild thing. Opening your heart nice and big. Breathe here. 3, 2, 1. Back to side plank. Now, another option, you could stay here for a few moments, or you can lift that right foot up and do another 3 of those crunches. 1, 2, and 3. And then back to center for vinyasa. Drop all the way down to the ground. And then inhale to cobra or baby cobra. Lift up to all fours. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, draw the navel in. All right, we're going to go for the other side this time. All that was just one side. We got the other to go through, okay? So we're going to do some toe taps. Lift that left leg up this time. Remember, engage the core. Breathe. Claw into those fingertips for support. We're going to do 10 taps on each side. Lift to inhale. Exhale. Breathe. A nice long line from the top of your head to your tailbone. 5, 6. You're doing great. We're working our glutes as well as our abs. One more. And then lift that leg up. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. And then elongate it back. So sway a little back and forth to keep the abs engaged. And then we're going to start doing our gait variation here. All right. So from here, turn your right knee or right foot a quarter turn counterclockwise this time. We're going to inhale, lift the left hand up high for extended side angle for support here. Opening our heart space. And then breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Claw into those fingertips. Exhale. Elongate that arm for one nice long line from your left fingers to your left toes. Awesome. Pull the elbows and thumbs back to open the heart space just a hair for baby wild thing. Then back to center. Inhale up and exhale back. Option now to unpivot that back knee, lift that left leg this time, and do 3 crunches from elbow to knee. 1, 2, press into the top of your foot and the claw of the fingertips. 3, and drop that left foot. And bring that left hand down. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, lift that left foot. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. And then we're back to all fours. Curl the toes under and peel the hips up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. You can pedal it out if you want to. Breathe. Heart melts down to the knees. All right, anchor the right heel this time. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, draw the knee into the nose. Look forward. Inhale, lift that left leg way up high once more. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, look forward, and plant in between the palms. Drop the back knee. Heart lifts. Squeeze into that imaginary line in the middle here. Breathe. Beautiful, guys. We're warmed up now. Feeling alive. I with some heat this morning, but we'll cool off towards the latter part of today's class, so don't you worry. Press firmly into the tops of your back foot. You can use your palms to lift your torso up or swoop your hands forward, up and back. But when your heart is lifted, bring your hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Bend at the elbows, open the chest. And hands back down. From here, we're going to bring our left palm to the right of our left foot. Inhale, bring our right hand up. Exhale, down and twist. Exhale, back down. Inhale, swoop our arms forward, up and back. And then exhale, open wide to the right this time. For our half warrior 2. Heart lifts, Dristi. Your point of focus is beyond the front pointer finger here. Draw the abs in. Heart lifts, breathe. Inhale, reach the palm forward. Flip the front palm. Drop the back hand, think up and over. Peaceful warrior, or half peaceful warrior rather. Breathe deep here. All right, inhale, arms back wide again. And then tilt forward for extended side angle. Maybe your left hand goes up and over and pulls the thumb back. Options are there. Breathe. I know we're engaging the core, but you got to also breathe through your belly. I know it's contradictory sounding, but you got to keep the airflow. And a big part of yoga is breathing through your belly. And exhale, drop the back hand. One more twist. Inhale, lift the left hand up high. Awesome. And frame the left foot. Last time. Inhale, sweep the hands forward, up and back. And now we're going to drop our left palm or cross our left hand first. Right elbow meets the left elbow crease. Make a V. Back palms touch or double twist for equal arms. Squeeze the legs into an imaginary line. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, draw the navel in and down. 3 of these, think cat and cow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, navel in, go downward. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Feel big, feel tall, feel strong. And then unravel, bend the elbows open wide, and then forward. Gorgeous. So this time, straighten that front leg and find yourself a little runner's lunge here. Breathe into that stretch. And then walk through that front heel. Bring that foot all the way back and widen the knees nice and wide. And walk your hips all the way back to your feet here. And walk your hands forward. Balasana, extended child's pose. Allow your forehead to maybe rest on the mat. Take a breather here. You deserve it. Breathe into the low back body here. Stretch the skin of your back as you breathe in. Find a place where you might be finding some holding. And soften with your exhale. A couple more breaths here. Maybe find a gentle sway of the forehead side to side. One or two more breaths. So, here's where the half full notion comes in. The first part of the class today, we spent time filling our cups up with lots of energy, lots of good vibes and movement. And now we're going to empty some of it out, kind of balance things out here. So inhale, use your abs, bring yourself back to center, all fours. We're going to draw our right foot out like we did earlier, and then squeeze our knee into the chest and position your leg for penguin legs. Did I say penguin? I meant pigeon. Pigeon legs. That would look a lot different if this were a penguin. But position your legs for pigeon. Your leg can be completely straight or horizontal across, like parallel with the front short edge of your mat. Or you can bring your foot closer to you. But this ought to stretch out the legs nice and really nicely. You can start with your heart lifted. You can remain here. Or if you want, you can walk your torso forward into a fold. We're going to hold this pose for a few moments here. Find ease in the stretch. Breathe into your right glute, your right hips. All right, when you're ready, we're going to unravel. So walk your back knee up. And because I realize now that we did not even out that wild thing, I will disclose that. We're going to lift that right foot back up. We're going into a push-up. We're going to we're going to place our right palm in the middle, go into a side plank, hands on your left hip, or palm all the way up. Option to either lift your left leg, keep your left leg grounded, or we could do the crunch. 3, 2, 1. Then if you want, option to bring your left foot all the way to the left. Open your heart here for Wild Thing. Breathe into the chest. 3, 2, 1, and then back to center. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the baby cobra. Exhale, release. Last bit of filling that cup there. Now we're inhaling, bringing ourselves back to all fours. We're going to inhale, bring that left toes back. Exhale, draw the left knee in towards the chest, pigeon legs here. We'll walk the back foot back to make sure you're nice and where you're at needing to be. It's so important to even things out. I would have probably wouldn't have been able to let it go if I hadn't have evened it out. So thank you guys for working with me there. Breathe into the left hip. Maybe you keep your torso erect and lifted, or you lower all the way down to a fold for a few moments here. Worked our bodies now, and we've been created new intensity in our muscles here. So here's the opportunity to breathe into these tight muscles, to find ease and relaxation, to counteract the strength building that we did today. Got 3 more breaths here at your own pace. All right. When you're ready, we're going to roll onto your hips here. And so you notice that naturally we have our legs in a bit of a 90-degree angle here. So resting on your back hands, we're going to windshield wiper our legs to the right. We're going to hold for a breath or two. Should really feel this breath into the chest here, keeping it nice and open. Now we're going back to the left. We're just holding these poses for just a moment here instead of the normal going back and forth, back and forth. We'll have a chance for that in a second. Remember, if your mind begins to wander, if you start overthinking in life, it's so important to return back to the breath. Use the breath to guide you from moment to moment. All right, now you have a chance to play around and roll from side to side. If you find a place that feels really good and you want to roll, really get a good glute massage, you can. So take your time, find what feels good. Maybe you can get some water here if you need to. All right, let's go in for a wide forward fold. Spread your legs out nice and wide. Remember, it's not a competition. You can have it as wide or as narrow as you need to be. But before we go in the center, we're going to go to the sides. So inhale, lift up, think nice and tall. Position your chest to face your left toes to start. And exhale, fall to the left leg, left thigh. Allow your belly to lay over to the left thigh. Keep your toes nice and active, facing you. Now your palms you might look more like this, and that's cool. Just breathe into the low back of the right side as you move closer and closer to that leg. Take your time. We stretch the legs after that leg work that we just did to kind of counter it. Remember, well, this is good for just any general notion whenever you're working the muscles. You have moving stretches to warm up the body, and then after your workout, you have stagnant stretches to really feel a deep stretch and to promote muscle recovery. That's why you might notice whenever practicing yoga, it's a bit more intense towards the middle after you get those moving stretches at the beginning, and then you notice longer held stretches at the end. If you want, you feel like you want to, you can either wrap your left hand around your big toe, around your foot, sway your right arm to the right, and go up and over for a left side body stretch. Pull the elbow back. Keep the toes nice and active. Your left hand may meet the toe, may not, but keep your heart open. Inhale. Exhale, release. Walk yourself all the way back. From here, we're going to position our torso to the right this time. So inhale, lift the arms up. Position your torso, your chest to your right toes. Keep your toes active. And then exhale, think up and over as you lay your belly over your right thigh. You might notice one side is a little different than the other. You might feel a little different, maybe even a little awkward. And that's okay. Everyone's in a different position in a different place. Excuse me. Hold here. Keep both glutes nice and glued down to the mat. Maybe your palm is right here at your thigh. Maybe it's made it to the calf or even all the way to the foot. No need to force it, though. Breathe into those tight positions in your body or tight areas. Maybe you bring your right palm to the inside of the right leg. You're over to a full stretch on the right. Heart remains lifted. Breathe deep into the heart, the belly. Find a stretch in the left side body. Inhale and exhale to release. Back to center. Beautiful. Bring your legs together. Staff pose. Heart lifts. We're just going to forward fold onto our legs. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Exhale, fold forward. Your palms may just be on your thighs, your shins, or even to your feet or toes. Wherever you are, make sure you get a nice stretch in the low back body and your glutes are both glued down to the mat, and breathe into those tight spaces. Head's nice and relaxed. Toes are engaged. Continue to breathe smooth, deep breaths. We're holding this pose for just another minute here. We're going again for longer. Think again yoga at the end of the second half, just because it counteracts the intensity of the first one, helps calm your mind, and helps you enjoy the sensations that you and notice the changes in the body compared to how they were from the beginning. And inhale, roll it back up. Awesome. We're going into boat pose. Yeah, we're not quite done with the ab work today, but we're doing a little bit more. Boat pose, you can hands slightly, hips here, parallel to the sky, and then the other. Remain lifted at the heart space. Now, this might be your boat pose. This might be just what you hold for the next few minutes, or moments. Maybe if you want a little more to be adventurous, you can tap one foot and the other. Go back and forth a little bit. You can experiment with foot, keeping stretches open, and then exhale, draw in the knees into the chest. Again, you may feel some wobbliness. That means your body's working. It's alive. Inhale, lift. Exhale, in. Again, you can just stay here and just tap, or you can experiment with opening wide. And then exhale, bringing it in. Wherever you are, breathe. Notice the shakiness of the body. Feel it working. Keep your heart lifted. 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. Do another windshield wiper if that is what you need now, or it actually really feels good after doing that posture for a second. Now we're going back into staff, and we're going to take our right foot, cross it over to the left side. Now we're going to take our left elbow and wrap it around the right knee for our twist. Breathe in, breathe. You're going to notice your belly is against your thigh here. Breathe into that space to get the most out of this stretch. And inhale, find length in the spine. And exhale, bring your gaze to the right shoulder. You're going to notice a really good stretch in the right glute here. Breathe into that space. Draw the navel in with each exhale. An alternate would be to hook your left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, draw the navel in. All right, we're going to switch, unravel that leg. Bring your left foot over. Wrap that left arm and twist to the opposite direction. Find length in the spine. Exhale, draw the navel in, gaze to the left. Remember, if your mind starts to linger, use your breath. Return to the breath. We're going to be where we are, be present without judgment. And unwind. All right, so listen closely. We're going in for cow legs, or you can do fire stack legs. To help you here, I'm going to face the camera. Now, cow legs is one knee stacked directly above the other knee. For the sake of this to start, I'm going to do cow legs, and you have the option, if that's a little much for you, to do fire starter legs, where your knee is stacked over the opposite ankle and your right ankle is over your left knee. It's completely up to you. And also, don't feel discouraged if one knee is not directly over the other knee. If you're not there, you're not there. It's okay. Might need a little bit more hip opening work. Now, a couple options for you here is you can grab a strap and focus on archer arms where one hand binds with the other behind your back or tries to reach towards it. You can do reverse prayer hands where they're behind your back, or you could just you can grab hold of the opposite elbow behind your back. Fourth option here, inhale, lift the arms up and fold forward, keeping the glutes nice and glued down. I present options for everyone so they can be met where they are. Everyone's a little different. This, I fold today because I'm tight in my low back body and in my hips. But those other options where your hands were behind your back, it opens the heart and it stretches the arms. And also, if that's all too advanced for you, and you can rest your palms on your feet and keep your torso nice and tall. One or two more moments here, friends. Find places where you might be holding to find release. And breathe into those spaces and exhale to find softness. When you're ready, bring yourself back to center. Lean back and unwind. Windshield wiper in between. And then we're going to switch opposite knee on top this time. So it's the one that feels a little funky. So if your right knee was on top, we're going to the left this time. You can have cow legs or fire starter legs, whichever suits you, whatever suits your needs. For this, I'm going to work on my Anjali Mudra reverse style. This also works out my wrists. Breathe. And again, if you feel pain at any point, ease off. Find a variation that works better for you. And that's why I presented two different types of cross legs, so you can be where you are and still get a good stretch. Take a few moments here, breathe deeply. Let any stress in your body melt away. Just be present. Find long, smooth breaths here, my friends. Bringing fresh oxygen into the body. All right, walk yourself back up, unravel, and we're going to meet flat on our backs now. So to transition here, grab hold of the back of your legs and roll back nice and slow. From here, we're going to give ourselves a hug. You deserve it. A little self-love here. And now squeeze that right knee into the chest and elongate that left leg. Keep it hovering at first. And we're going to move our right knee from our central chest area to our right shoulder, back and forth. Kind of massaging that area here in the right hip flexor. And from here, you can maybe lower down that left leg now. Keep your right foot toes engaged. Now give that knee a squeeze and then guide that right knee to the left for a supine twist. And elongate your right to the right, and maybe you bring your gaze right. Find joy in this twist here. Breathe in, again into the tight spaces. Goal is to keep the right shoulder blade down to the mat. All right. Bring your right knee in and then your left. Give yourself one more big hug. Now elongate the right foot, keep it hovered. And then find a gentle motion of your left knee from heart center to left shoulder. Maybe you drop that that right foot. Breathe in. As you exhale, guide your left knee to the right this time. Open your left arm wide. Guide your gaze to the left. Breathe into the belly for a couple beats. Bring your left knee back to center. Now is the opportunity to find a little yoga freestyle. You can do little knee circles. Transition into our happy baby pose. You can enter supine dragonfly, plow pose. You could do bridge posture. Whatever you need, it's time to play it out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Today we took the time to explore some deep stretches, moving in ways that might not be familiar to us, but exploring some unknown postures is opening our minds to new ways of motion. We filled our glass, we emptied our glass, and at the end of the day, if it's full, we get the choice to see if it's half full or half empty. It's all about the perspective. All right, friends, let's get settled. Position yourself in the middle of your mat. Elongate the legs, let the feet spill out to the edges as we enter our final pose, Shavasana. Allowing your palms to rest facing the sky. Option to soften your gaze or even close your eyes as we feel the support of the ground beneath us. Take time to notice how you feel. Take time here to feel the nutrients of the practice from today. Take a few breaths. Just notice without judgment where you are. Allow the skin of the forehead to soften. If your tongue is at the roof of your mouth, release. Notice any tension and let it melt away. Bring your awareness now back into the space around you. Begin by maybe wiggling the fingertips and toes, finding a gentle sway of the head one side and another. When you're ready, bend the knees, feet flat on the mat, and let them gently fall to one side. Maybe use your hand as a pillow here for a second. And we guide our torsos back up and we meet in a position once again. We've taken time today to practice yoga, and we take the ending of every class to take a moment of gratitude. And I thank you all for taking time for yourselves to practice yoga today. It's an honor to get to share this with you. It's all thanks to a partnership with Hive Fitness Studios and Wilkes Recovery Revolution. I bow to you all. We bow to ourselves and honor and say the sacred yoga term, Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Thank you guys for joining me. Again, there's a lot of awesome things going on in town, so check it out at your convenience. And look forward to next time. We'll be available back live and in person at 11 a.m. on Saturdays. Thank you guys again. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again